Born, and we are live.
Bless.
Ladies and gents,
Bless.
boys and girls, welcome back to it. It's another edition of the Triple T, the Tasty Teardown Thursdays, where we sit down with a vape celebrity superstar, international guest, or somebody local from South Africa. Unfortunately, tonight we have Jake and Jon from the Bape Bape show. We've been trying to do this fucking 3 weeks. But we got you. Jon had COVID last week. Jake had COVID the week before. Hi, you boys. Welcome to the show. Jake, welcome again. Jon, your first time?
Thank you very much.
I'm alive.
Yeah, man. It's my first time on a. Well, I popped on the Zoom at the New Year. But yeah, man, first time being on a TTT. Pleasure to be here, man. Thanks for inviting us.
Awesome. So
I'm going to do some shares.
And you guys are going to be live straight after this show with your own show called the Bape Bape Show. It's Bape Bape shows on YouTube only. I do it on Facebook.
The Bape Bape Show live on YouTube and VVS on Facebook.
What's the difference?
One's Facebook and one's YouTube.
I get it.
We had our page was shadow banned by Facebook, so we had to then go and
I remember. We had to resubscribe to you guys, and
so we've had to do that, and it just keeps happening. So we've just got to the point where it's like, this is the page now, this is what it's going to be. So that's why VVS is VVS on Facebook, and on the YouTube it's the Bape Bape Show live, because the Bape Bape Show was mysteriously gone when we tried to set it up. So yeah, it's a little bit higgledy-piggledy, but we're there. We're also on LinkedIn. And we're also on Twitch as well. So we've tried to cover as many social streaming platforms as we possibly can.
All right. And tonight we've got Julian in the Facebook lens. He's going to be our spanner. Thank you very much, Julian, and much appreciated. And I think Chester or Neil said they're going to be in a bit late. So Ninja or McCloudy will cover the YouTubes just after that. So, yeah, well, there's no formal thing tonight. I know that last time I had Jake on, I had a whole list of questions that I used to ask and stuff, but I kind of taking a page from Joe Rogan's fame, just start talking. Just start talking wherever the conversation goes. It goes.
So, your comments, do they normally appear if someone writes it on Facebook? Do they appear on your YouTube? Because I loaded up YouTube and there's no comments.
I don't know. Let's have a look. See, I'm not very strong on the YouTube, to be honest. I think I've only I've got under 1,000 followers. I know that.
Shocking!
I don't know.
I'm under 20, so you know.
Okay, YouTube. I've got 856 followers, but I only dual stream. So my main platform is Facebook, and it's dual stream to YouTube in case I get just turned off one day. You know they. They do have those sort of things happening. I can see because I'm using the software. Birdman from Australia, Birdman 69. If you haven't seen Birdman, I'm actually on his show on Saturday night. It's a UK based show, but he's a guest on it, or he's a panel member on it. He's from Australia. It's a UK show called The Vape Slaw, I think it is. So he's in YouTube right now.
Nice.
Cool.
So I can see
I'm not seeing
the icon, YouTube or Facebook, wherever the comments come from. Mark Hatfield,
I'm not seeing
hello lads. Mr. Hartfield is in the house in YouTube, Facebook.
Man.
Leon Manick is in here as well. Hey there, John, Brent, and the Amish one.
Yes, man. How you doing, fella?
Cheers, man.
Jessica Jezza is yes, they do. I don't know what
so the comments come, but they appear on the live stream as opposed to actually in the comments.
Yes. So the software takes the comments from YouTube and Facebook, puts it onto here, and then it's running below me right here. All the comments from everywhere.
My comments are small on the live.
Yes. So you can read those, Jake, and then you can just, if anyone wants to respond. Stephen Davies. So I've got a bad habit of reading my sub-column here, which is questions but they don't appear on the YouTube, on the video. So I've got to get into the habit of reading it off the video so that it's relatable to the time frame. Stephen Davis says, "What's up, fam? Does anyone make stainless steel parts for the Pulse AL panel buttons inner plates?" Not Stephen, not in stainless steel, but I am making in aluminium on Obey Robot. So obeyrobotstore.com.
Nice.
I shamefully punt my work.
Because I'm watching from. Yeah, I loaded up YouTube, Jess, and the comments weren't there. They are on the screen on the live, as Brent said. I'm going to call him Bruno. Fuck it, Bruno. Bruno the beard.
Thanks, James.
Bruno Bread.
Appreciate that.
It's all right. It's all right, Bruno.
Not James. Seamus the Amish. Because somebody in chats just called you the Amish.
Yeah, that was Monkman, Ian.
I got a weird shock like last week when you sent me a WhatsApp and I saw your profile pic and I was like,
What?
am I getting catfished?
That's how I get most of my girlfriends, you know what I mean? Send a photo from 20 years ago. You know what I mean?
Even me. I was like, yes, this boy's there. He's not bad looking, this guy, yeah?
Yeah, a little bit different. Years of not being so kind.
It's for all of us, man. For all of us.
Jessica, just a hello from the Netherlands. Hello
Is
to the
Jessica
Netherlands.
just in the Netherlands?
Thank you for the follow,
Comments on
Jess.
if we do appear in YT. Oh, okay. The comments from Facebook do appear in YouTube, but they appear on the video, not in the YouTube comments.
Yeah, that because when we restream, they appear.
Oh yeah, there we go. Birdman says it's Geordie Vapor.
Geordie Vapor, yes. I know Geordie Vapor.
I don't watch many other people really.
He just likes to watch himself. Oh, look, on another video, I'll watch that.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
I know. You get so many people like these guys that have these shows like on Thursday evenings, and they're like, "What do you mean? Are we live later?" Of course we are. Don't you watch our show? And then I feel bad, and then I'm like, I don't watch anyone's shows because when you're on your show, I'm live too. So,
well, yeah, but you're not live every day, are you? You know what I mean? Excuses, mate. Excuses. Poor excuses.
Okay, tell me one other South African that spent 20 quid buying tickets into one of your raffles.
Julian.
That's the only South African you know. And you met him 3 minutes ago.
No, there's another gentleman, and I can't remember his name. I was thinking about this before we went live. It's quite a Dutch name. Not you. I know you
Not
did.
Austin Naidoo.
There was
Austin Naidoo's a South African, but he lives in the UK.
No, there's a gentleman, because I shipped him, because he won 2 suicides. He won an overdose, and he won a 3D printed box mod. And I shipped him to South Africa, and it must have taken almost 6 months to get to him. I can't for the life of me remember his name though. But yeah, we have had a couple from. We've got again a couple from all over the world. It's quite amazing the world of social media. Love it.
That's why it's good for you, Bruno, because you're like not in the middle, but you can ship pretty much everywhere at the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The word came up. I'm translucent. I can be added to any. I can go into any vape channel, any product. I don't butt heads with anyone really because that's the way I've made it. Like I'm not a competing juice line or a competing like mod manufacturer. I'm all alone in this big crazy world.
I've got to say I'm a bit disappointed in John because you sent us that hat for us to give away. That John said had something written on it. He's not even wearing it. Oh, yeah, I know. I know.
2.
You sent 2, but one of them we did, and the other one, John ruined.
I've seen John
and wrote on it, not
it's
for
a blue
sale.
one. John is a blue.
Yeah, he wrote on it, not for sale, and then just kept it as his.
Damn right.
Damn straight.
He's not even wearing it.
All right, the next parcel, I'll send it straight to you, Jake, and you can give the dregs back to John.
That's it. I will. There we go.
There's the boy. Not for sale.
See, look, he even wrote on it. Not because when I said, now let's do the blue one, he went like that. Oh, no, not for sale.
It's going nowhere, mate. It's going nowhere.
Chris, how are we, fella?
I think next time I'll send a cap to Jake and a laptop, and
fuck you, Bruno.
I can warn you now, unless you get bigger hats, it's not going to fit his head.
Why? What's the back of it like?
Well, I've got 3 bits.
Those are terrible. Those are terrible. Those were let's say I ordered those from Wish.
Okay.
Yeah. I was doing a vape show in Johannesburg, and I didn't have enough time to have them manufactured here. So I had them manufactured in Johannesburg and delivered to the show, like Fridays B2B, Saturdays the show, and Sundays the tail end of it. Yeah. So I had it delivered on Saturday morning to the show, or Friday night. It was 5:00 on Friday. While we were setting up, a guy came with a box. I was like, fucking thank you. Opened it up and I saw those. I was like, what is this, bro? And I'm a cap guy. Like I'm pretty particular about my caps. Those are like the caps that you give to butchers to keep hair out of food, and at the end of the day they throw them away. Like I was not impressed with them, but it had my logo on it. Cost more than the actual cap, I think.
Fuck. Well, I've not experienced
you wouldn't know. So I'll just send you a proper cap. How about that? Like we'll send you.
Nice. Yeah. You give John the shit. Give me the quality. I'm down for that. Oh yeah.
These are epic.
Fuck the hair. I did not know you were full grey silver fox, mate. Silver fox.
A lot of people don't know I have hair because I wear a cap all the time. Everyone naturally thinks I'm bald. Beard must be bald, and I take my cap off and they're like, "Whoa, you got hair." I'm like.
I was going to say, when I take my hat off, people were confused, and now I've got a fucking ponytail, so, yeah. And then there's John. He can't grow anything.
I'll have you know, I can grow. I choose not to.
Yeah, is that what you tell the missus?
Exactly. I choose not to. Too much effort.
If you rub it harder, it grows bigger.
It's true. Jess has just said sexy daddy grey. You got daddy issues there, Jess. Sexy daddy grey. Of all the things to say.
I'm doing Chris.
Hatman is
Chris,
a hat expert.
I know you're Lethal Coils, Chris, but I just called you Chris because your name doesn't say Lethal. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, Lethal. It's such a weird thing when you're talking to people. Who did I have on the other day? And I kept on going to their first name, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like call them by their stage name at best.
Yeah.
Like, and I kept on,
Well, we give everybody nicknames on the show, so there are people that if we say their actual name, just like we just happen to be reading a comment, and then we'll read their first name, and it'll be like, it will just feel so weird to actually call someone by their proper name rather than the nickname.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was like, I still get people like, so like I was chatting with Sam and this is, I'm like, who?
Yeah, I didn't know Bogan's real name for he was probably doing it for a good, I probably watched him for about a year or two before I knew his real name.
I know all of his names.
All of his names?
Because when he flew out, he had to send me his passport.
Oh.
Yeah, when we had him here to buy his ticket, I had to have his passport. I was like, I rung him straight away. I'm like, what? He was like, yeah.
Go on, tell me. I'll harass him.
No, can't.
Oh, I want to harass him.
I think he was just like, make it up. Just like call him, hey, Sam, and then make up another name. And then just wait one day. He'll go, hey, how'd you know that?
Yeah.
I guarantee you'll never get it.
I bet it's something biblical.
Julian says, I lost my hair at the tender age of 3. And he didn't get much taller than that either.
Yes, man. I think I got my hair when I was 3 and then lost it by the time I was about 6.
So, I mean, if it's a fair enough question to ask a redhead, do the carpets match the drapes?
Yes.
John, do the drapes match the carpet?
I'm a very peculiar person. I tend to get more hair the further south you go.
And let's move on.
I've got like hobbit's feet.
Yeah, I would say you don't grow a beard like this without growing a lot of unwanted hair everywhere. But thanks to my sponsors, Gillette Ladies Plus.
I've got to say, I'm the opposite. I am
Really?
literally.
Are you a baby down there?
Yeah, I'm all hair and then newborn.
Oh, that's
Even
so
the
good,
size
man.
of it, newborn down there.
Oh, that's fantastic, man. I mean, they say it's the first inch that counts.
The first- I like that.
I did anatomy and biology when I was. What kind of schooling did you guys go to?
I surprisingly went to university and college. And
What?
now look where I am. Way.
Are you educated?
I am, yeah. I've got degrees, but in stupid.
What?
Food science.
I was gonna say it has to be something with food or botany or
Eating.
Yeah. Food, alcohol, being fat. Yeah, fuck you, Bruno.
I've got a PhD in rolling blunts.
No, it was food technology. So I'm a qualified EHO officer, so I can go into a kebab shop and like assess them. Well, if I was working,
Unless they give you a free kebab, you're going to close them down.
I doubt they're going to fall
never-
for that at 3 a.m. I want to check your kebabs.
Oh, the EHO, you know.
I will never say that I gave someone a pass for free food for a year. Well, let's just say I've not paid for a kebab in a while. Moving on. So what the comments saying there, Bruno?
Yeah, somebody do some work here.
Comments.
So, I mean, I think John's probably, Jake, I asked you last time, and I'm sure you did break it down, but it's been a plus a year that we had you on. John, do you want to break down what the Bape Bape show is so that other people understand? There's some multicolored boxes behind you there. There's a whole shelf full of product.
Yeah, so the Bape Bape show is it started as an online stream. I was doing a bit of buying and selling of secondhand vape equipment, and I wanted a way of showing people what I had for sale. So I set up a little Facebook page, put some items up on Facebook, and then it was like, how can I reach a bit further? And then I saw some of these Facebook Live things, and I thought I'll go live and see what happens. So I went live with a couple of items that I had at the time, and then it went all right. And then I thought, well, I was talking to my niece and nephew at the time, and I was like, right, if we're going to do this, let's kind of try and set some sort of format to it, and have like maybe Wednesday we do secondhand stuff, Thursday we do liquid review, Friday, Saturday becomes a bit like a game show type thing where we can give away companies juice and what have you. And yeah, so it started as that. I mean, effectively, it came off the back of myself actually having mental health issues, because I was depression and anxiety. So I was signed off work and I was stuck at home, and I was just wanting, I guess, just another way of kind of reaching out. And I just really kind of got on with it. I found myself quite comfortable behind the camera. And yeah, it just kind of snowballed from there. Within a couple of weeks, possibly not even that long, Jake started joining the live from the other side. And
looking
then,
through the window.
Yeah, even some of the viewers that we have like today were around at the time. And it was a completely different world back then on Facebook. And it's obviously changed over the years as more and more people started getting into it, and Facebook started getting harder and harder on it. But the whole idea of the Bape Bape show is for us to try and find and source the best product in the vaping world. And you know, there was so much out there, and there's so much that isn't any good, and there's so much that is really good and just doesn't get anything. No one says anything about it because they don't have the money behind them to make noise about it. So we just want to try and find the best vape gear around there. And at the same time, we started doing raffles and competitions and game shows with the secondhand and new stuff that we get as well from buying out people's collections, just because it was another way of us actually getting effectively sales to allow us to exist. Because from a business perspective, it's just me and Jake. You know what I mean? We're only a very, very small entity. So for us to exist, it's tough, man. It's tough times right now. So you know, we do whatever we can, but the whole thing is that we just want it to be a bit of fun. We stream across all the platforms Wednesday to Saturday evening, from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. UK time, and we just want to have fun. Patreon, yeah, we've actually started our own. We kind of deviated from the official Patreon and started doing our own Patreon because Patreon wanted so many. Basically, it was taking so much out of the what people were paying. So we've just kind of set up a private one, and that just enables us to reward people a little bit more for
So you're
helping
on
us to exist.
OnlyFans.
Pretty much it.
Well.
Yeah, it's basically you get a choice. You get the hairy one or the non-hairy one, and surprisingly, Johnny's hairier down there, so they get a shock.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So you have, and okay, I've got like so many questions again. Probably because I don't understand it. Like I don't watch TV. I don't have a TV. Like, which game show are you like? Because Jake's the banker, and I've seen clips of the guy saying, "Well, let's see what the banker says," and then there's somebody in the dark room in the back, and they pretend to be on the phone, and then they're like, "Okay," and there's an equation that goes with it.
Effectively, yeah. We have a couple of games, and we've tried loads of different things, across the years, and we've tried to find formats that are engaging, that are fun for people to play, where there are great prizes for people. And probably the most successful game that we've had is Vape or No Vape. So Deal or No Deal. If you haven't got television, you might not even know what Deal or No Deal is. But basically, Deal or No Deal is where you have a selection of 23 boxes, and they've got money in them from 5p right the way up to £1 million, and then broken down all in between. So people eliminate a prize as they go along.
A penny to 250 grand.
Yeah. So whoever's playing the game eliminates boxes as they go along, and the big prizes go, little prizes go.
Okay.
And so the whole tension to it.
The banker knows what's in each box?
Nope. I have no idea.
Oh, John, so you just got to guess, but you know that you've got $1 or £1 to £200, and if you've removed these, and the amounts that you've removed from that leaves you with this total, so he offers half.
So basically, I write down all the items, and then I'll put a cross next to when it's gone. And John shuffles the boxes on a live, so he doesn't know, or maybe he might know because he's put them in. But I definitely don't.
He can remember that.
I don't pay that much attention.
I definitely don't, and I just look at what items are left and make an offer that's tempting enough to walk away. And sometimes I will offer, say, 500 mil, and their box had 10 mil in it. So I've overpaid for their box. But they've got a wicked prize. Equally, I'll offer 500 mil, and they would have had the star worth like 300 quid. So they're fuming.
Like a purge mech that I've lost out on so many times.
We've had,
went through a 6th stage of giving away purges.
No, we did, and it's it's something. Again, it's something that we will get back to doing. It's just all about what stock wise we have at the time. We've had billet boxes, we've had purge. We want to have really great prizes that people can potentially win, and we have had people win for a £3 ticket. It's as simple as that.
Well, we now do.
You win a billet box or a purge. My God.
We now even do free tickets and free games. So without even spending a penny, you could win a star prize. Yeah, and it's worth a dabble.
It's so interesting because I've tried to promote you guys as much as I can, and especially to the South African market. I want to see somebody in South Africa do this because. Yeah, I know there's like men's mental health. We all do experience some of that at some stage, some more than others. I'm always an advocate for that. But one of my biggest things is like the environment and recycling. Even in our workshop, we recycle silicone. What we can't recycle, we go and properly separate and dump. The only thing is when the truck gets there, they just pick up everything, throw it in one fucking truck, and they go. So,
it's a big thing. Again,
recycling mods, like everyone's got a couple mods on their on my desk. I tend to give them away to people to try and like get them off cigarettes and stuff, and then I'll use a mod. I use
favorites, don't you?
I use. And everyone's like, "Oh, you're the better Viking. You must have so many devices." I'm like, "I've got 5."
Hang on, let me wipe the bottom. I've got the exact same one, but not scratched to fuckery on the bottom. Like, what's...
Not as heavily used, man.
Yeah, that's...
Me! Mine's not even like blemished. I look after my shit, mate. Jesus.
Too busy vaping on their freaking pods.
No.
What these
But
ones?
look, it's got a brand new tank on the top, so like that's the important part.
Fair play. Well, I'm rocking this. I don't know what you're vaping on right now, but the Geek Vape H45 is a lovely little bit of kit. I'm really liking it.
I wonder if the caps fit, because I made caps for that sort of thing.
It's a
PM80, PM40. So the cap unscrews.
You can take the drip tip off.
Oh, no. The one, I think it was a PM40 or something like that.
And these are all different as well. They seem to have...
As I say, you can't on this, no.
They seem to... This is the 65, and it's different on the top to the one that Jake's got there, the 45. Only marginally, but when I took the drip tip out of this and put it in the other one, it nearly fell out. And it's like, why are they like so similar devices, but they've gone completely different with... And the coils are massively different as well. And
I suppose that's the form factor worked for the company, but people were like, "Oh, the coils burn out too quickly" or something. So they upgraded the coil, which changed the cartridge, which changed the mod slightly. So
yeah. Ian's just asked you a question there, John. I don't know if you can see. Can you see comments?
I was just going to load up Facebook and see if I could get comments because I'm.
He just said, "I've heard." I've not heard.
Vaping Golfer is here. Louis,
he just said, "I've not heard
Candy
John's,
Cole is here."
John's view.
Yes, seen it. So I'm sure. Have you heard of the Q bar from Riot Squad, Brent?
The Q bar, I don't know.
Yeah, so
basically Riot Squad's not in South Africa.
Yeah, because the Q bar is a fully recyclable device, disposable system that is made from material that decomposes. And
really.
From a perspective,
it's 100% recycled material and it's 95% recyclable.
Nice.
There you go. So it's about as I guess as environmentally friendly as you can get in the world of disposables. They've got a recycling service set up so people can send theirs back and then send them off to them. My only issue and my only concern is in the grand scheme of things with the amount of disposables that are out there, unless everybody does exactly the same thing. It's just a drop in the ocean of the millions of batteries that are getting chucked in the bin every single day.
Yeah.
So fair play and hats off to Riot Squad for actually making that effort and making that attempt, but it's going to do fuck all in the grand scheme of things.
I like the fact that they've started making rechargeable disposables, and some of them have like, let me just grab this. So there's this one, which is the V bar, which has replaceable tops, and they're still calling it a disposable, but to me, that's just a normal pod. Yeah, it's a normal pod, but they're marketing it as a disposable, but it's rechargeable and you can replace the pod.
I think the name is hot right now.
Yeah, and it is what it is.
Look, I think, you got to like be analytical about it and talk about things like retention value, where there's 1 million pods being put into the market today. Let's say 40% of the people that have bought those models, let's say all 1 million is sold, 40% of those actually become hobbyist vapors or move on to rebuildables or things like that. That would be a great number. Like, we're converting people to vaping. But let's say out of that 1 million, 20% of people completely give up smoking. That's fucking great news. That's really good news. You know,
But why can't we? Why can't we do it with a system that does that? Like, what is the hardship with people having to make the effort of just putting a little bit of liquid inside their little bit of a pod?
Because people want something.
Laziness, man, and it's
fast, easy.
I'll go back to the fucking Fight Club scene where it's like we live in a disposable society. It's a milk container this big so you can have one drop of milk. I mean, fuck's sakes. You're in fucking Holiday Inn. They can just put a jar of milk out. And if they have to throw the milk out at the end of the day, it's less impact to the environment than 40 little containers from everyone who had one coffee.
And I think we need to think more about
single-serving society. So I think that was the line from what did I say?
Fight Club.
Fight Club, yeah.
Fight Club. Yeah. I'm going to nip for a pee, but chat amongst yourself.
Okay, yeah, no, sure.
No, it's again, it comes down to, it's exactly the same with absolutely any product on this planet. It's down to the individual to give it the thought about what they're buying and what waste is going to come off the back of it. Are they prepared to spend that little bit more and get themselves the likes of the Geek Vape Wenax M1, or are they going to go down and just get that Geek Bar and
I would still recommend. It comes down to the juice manufacturers. Now, what happens is the vape manufacturers aren't making enough money, so they're adding juice into their vapes so they can get part of that market as well. But it's the juice manufacturers who have the biggest pull in this because they have the most to lose. If people are buying a device with a juice in it, the juice manufacturer goes out of business. So if the juice manufacturer finds a disposable company, and if they do it nicely, like Riot Squad has done with a recyclable, dude.
But you know what? So many haven't. So many just use the same companies and the same flavors.
I think because it's not available yet.
They're not even bothering with the. You can. Me and Jacob were offered years back disposables with our own liquid.
But they were down to money. Remember the little Stigs?
It's like
we got offered the company that made Stigs said, send us your recipe for your vape juice. We'll make your vape juice, put it in a stick. And only now, like this year, have I seen local South African vape stores launching their own juices in disposables.
Yeah, inside of them.
They're not the greatest disposables, but we one day will get to the guys that are doing the recycled, responsible way. I mean, if Riot Squad found one company and they're spending a bit more, Riot Squad's doing it well. And people will...
Yeah, well, that's the thing is to say they've made that effort.
In 3 years' time, people will be... That will be the norm.
I hope. Well, as I say, I hope so. Hopefully, those recyclable systems will be the norm.
Well, with a bit of legislation, it would become the norm.
Just ridiculous. Like the Waterfo area that we got. The Waterfo emailed me, and I said to him, "Don't bother sending the disposables to me." And then a week and a half later, a box turns up, and I've got 13 disposables in it. And the area is absolutely massive. It's a gargantuan thing. And it's rechargeable, but it's still, once you finished using it, you chuck it in the bin. So, what is this all about, man? Stupid product.
I don't know. Isn't the argument that it's kind of the same as a sub-ohm tank? Sub-ohming was a huge thing for many years. And every week you're throwing away a little metal thing with a coil.
It's a coil, though, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? A coil as opposed
to... The cotton's biodegradable, and the metal and aluminium is 98% reusable. You can recycle it up to 7 or 8 times.
But who does?
Well, yeah, when they go into landfill,
you've been into vapes, like 5 years ago, you went to a vape store and there was this glass bowl on the counter with 100,000 fucking sub-ohm coils in it.
Yeah. Well, all right. Yeah.
What happened? Like eventually, one day, the owner just goes, "Hey, empty that bowl out and put it back on the counter."
Not many people would recycle that because of the effort, but some would. Whereas with these, you just can't. They're just gonna be. They're just gonna be landfill.
Nothing you can do.
So Liam Mank says, I'll be honest, I review them on YouTube as well as other products, but in my heart of hearts, I hate them. Honestly. Or should I say,
he hates the concept. Yeah, he hates the concept of them. Yeah.
And I'll say the 100% same thing here. On my whole desk, I have one. I was sent a couple. I gave them away to people because I'm not going to review a disposable. If you're a reviewer that relies on your income from reviews, you're going to have to review these things at some stage of your life. I just talk shit to my friends, so it's not really a thing.
But it's like, how do you review them? It's like, it's nice.
Yeah. What do you like? Oh, it almost tastes very similar to apple. Oh, it's actually pomegranate.
As I say, I looked at it and it was, I'm pretty sure it was IVG, it was Waterfo, there was about 2 other brands. They all looked the same. They all had the same flavor description. You can guarantee that they're all exactly the same thing inside.
RVG, I won't take away from them. They actually had when I was in Birmingham, they gave me a whole fucking kit of everything. Like one of the first pod system things I had come across. And it actually was pretty good. It tasted good.
When was that though? Was that back when it was the replaceable tops?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that I don't mind because you recharge, you buy the pods.
Yeah.
Like we've got the druggers that you take the top out and you change. You got the hexers that do the same thing. I don't mind them because they have a purpose, whereas I'm more gearing towards what John's saying, that the disposables don't have a place. They kind of do, because there's always going to be the lazy person. You know what I mean? It's like corner shops.
Let's subjectively take it to the other side of the story. And this seems to be the topic on a lot of panel shows throughout the world.
Let's go.
So, if my dad walked into a gas station, the car's filling up with gas, he walks into the gas station, he's a Camel Plain smoker, no filter, and somebody goes, "Here, you need to use this." There's no fucking chance. It's not a fucking chance. But if they went, "Hey, you can have this for £1 while you're driving, just give it a taste and see what it's like. It's cheap. He's willing to spend it on," and he goes, "Oh, actually, you know what? That satisfied my craving."
But what if he was offered this with a changeable top?
Yes, yeah. But that's not in a gas station. This is.
Yeah,
these are. I don't know over there. But these are.
Again, for me, the amount of people on this planet that are going to go and they're going to start their vaping journey by going into a petrol station on the motorway because they've just run out of cigarettes is statistically and percentage-wise minuscule. And all the excuses for disposables, I was going to say, but if you look at yourself and you look at the other people that have done it in a numbers comparison, it is minuscule in comparison to the amount and the usage. And if you want to look at the statistics on who
I would like to see some
devices,
sort of numbers to that. Like I'm saying, out of that 1 million pods, disposable systems that are out there,
mate, there's a million going to the bin every day. That's the problem.
Yeah, but how many people are willing to try a disposable, whether they turn to vaping or quit smoking completely? How many more people are open-minded to trying a disposable? It's a hell of a thing to try and get somebody to puff on that.
Oh, it is. Yeah, no, it's a big difference. But then at the same time, as a vapor, and as somebody in the industry, do you want people to start their journey like that? Or do you want them to be actually going to a vape shop and speaking to someone and actually getting an understanding of what goes on in the world of vaping and the best way to continue this journey? Or just buy them cheap and cheerful from the petrol station?
Because maybe after a while, buying the cheap and cheerfuls, they'll go,
yeah, it might lead on
to
something else.
Or I don't like the flavor. Let me stop in a vape store and see if I can get a different flavor. And that's where the conversion ratio happens.
Yeah.
But to start off from I'm just saying, percentage-wise, 80% of smokers would try this, 20% of smokers would try this. Yeah. So out of that 80%, you probably could convert 40% of that 80%. Yeah, and only 10% would come to this, but it's still better than nothing.
Yeah, you see, that's where I differ with John, because he is 100% against disposables, whereas I think
me too. I hate them. I'm a fisherman, bro, and I promise you, my world is going to end the day that I'm lying on the bottom of the ocean at 25 meters trying to shoot a fish, and one of these fucking things come bouncing along the sand next to me, and I will lose all of my shit.
Well, where I differ is I think that even if they go on a disposable, at least they're not on the cigarettes, and they're going to be on the journey to go, hopefully, to a rechargeable, to a refillable, to a sub-ohm, maybe an RDA and MEC, etc.
It's the premise of vaping is harm reduction.
Yeah.
So a disposable, it does do the job. It doesn't do it the nicest way, and it's not the prettiest, but it does the job.
Yeah.
So having people like Riot Squad, and big ups to them for it, I'm so fucking happy about it. Riot Squad's not really a big flavor in South Africa. I know there are a few stores in Johannesburg that do stock Riot Squad, but it's not nearly as big as it is in the UK. And the fact that they've used some of their pocket money and actually gone out and sourced a recycled and recyclable mod, and they give the option to people. Like, I tried to start an initiative like 2 years ago with vape stores, and just just juice bottles. Just juice bottle. Because this plastic and that plastic are two different types of plastic. This bottom piece is recyclable. That one needs to be processed. Why not, and it's retention value. Again, we talk about the same thing. If I go into a vape store with an empty bottle of this, and I hand in my empty bottle, and they give me 50 cents in
something off your next purchase.
But off the same brand.
Yeah.
Then you keep your customers buying your brand. You know what I'm saying? Or you get Or you get 25%. You get 25 cents back for this if you buying a different brand. You know?
Yeah.
And all you do is collect the bottles at the end of the month. You say to this company, I need so much money back from you, or give me a discount for my next purchase because I've got so many bottles, and then send them a video of taking the lids off and sending it off to recycling or something like that.
You probably still have it, Brent. Do you still have it in South Africa? Because I know I used to have family in Zimbabwe, and when we used to go over there, they used to do the glass bottle recollecting. So like you get your bottle of Fanta.
That's what I was saying on Coca-Cola, yeah.
And it was always all scratched and chipped and what have you, because it had been through so many times and it had been re-cleaned and they re-topped it up and then you resold it. And years ago, that was the thing to do. And then it stopped. And now it's almost coming back to that point of saying, well, actually, come on, we can do better than this.
Yeah. So SAB is our South African breweries. They make all the beer.
You have one brewer.
The quart bottles. No, we've got multiples, obviously, but it's South African breweries. They make all the beer. And everything else is like kind of craft or import, still made locally, but South African breweries. So the quart bottles, 750 ml, and now there's a 1 liter quart, I believe. They all scratch to fuck on the sides because they recycle their own bottles. You get a deposit back on that. For ABI, which is Coca-Cola, they only recycle the dumpy bottles, like a 500 ml or less than a 500 now. They only recycle that in Cape Town. In Durban and Johannesburg, it's all plastic. Because Cape Town's legislation, they're run by another political party, not the majority party. Cape Town, and they are full on recycle, this and that, you know.
You see, I think that they should go back to the dripper bottles. You know, that made of glass. Because then you could hand it back, and as a stockist, you could go, right, as an example, right, Scott, because we've mentioned them. Here is your bottles back. You can clean them and refill them and blah, blah, blah. I get 20% off my next order, and then the customer gets 10% for bringing it back. It
costs too much to clean and remove the labels to put new labels on. That's why I'm okay with this kind of plastic, because this plastic with the label on it, you throw it into a machine that melts it down and extrudes little pellets and can be made. This next week, this could be a fucking milk carton or a bumper for a car.
What if they filled the glass bottle with the exact same liquid and the glass bottle was engraved? So there's no need for labels or anything.
That would be great, dude.
You know, I
currently have 16,800 30 ml glass clear bottles in my workshop.
You know what, Brent? Do you know what you mean? Because I imagine at some point in the future, you've thought about having your own juice line. You've got your own little shop there, haven't you?
Oh, we had our own juice line. And
what you need to do is you need to get yourself the drinks. What are those the drinks things called? You know, where you put your thing up there.
The optical.
Opticals. So basically, you have your opticals set up with all your flavors. Each one of them is a 50 ml. So people bring their glass bottle back, and it's your liquid. So you go, pop, there you go. They're refilled and they're back off again.
There was a vape store that I know that did do that. They had these very ornate-looking little, like 2-liter containers that had like a gas station pump on it, and you used to put it in the bottle and open a little tap and fill it up. The juice oversteeps, so you can't keep the juice like that.
Yeah,
can't have too much of it.
It has to go through the ISO 7 lab to be sealed correctly to go out afterwards. But yes, if the bottles were engraved,
glass bottle engraved,
you don't have to even engrave it. You can litho print onto the bottle with color.
I was to say a laser, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I was going to say, but if there's enough washing, it would probably come off. So, no. Well, there you go.
Again,
So you heard it here first, guys. The future of
effort,
vaping is now.
Do you know what? And it comes down to every single business on this planet. Your man that's driving the Lamborghini at the top is not going to get his Lamborghinis by spending money, paying people to refill bottles. He's going to make his money by you shipping out the disposables, and that's all they give a shit about. Sorry.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Yeah, I've had some sad news like a couple months ago about a massive vape manufacturer. Everyone knows who they are, and they're not doing any new projects. They're actually moving their whole market over to disposables. And that's where I was doing this project with, and then I heard this news, and I was like, nah, I can't support that. Like,
you dropping a name?
No, never.
Well, you'll see it soon enough, won't you?
A big one. Yeah, you'll see it. You'll see it. In 6 months, a year's time, you'll be like, oh, fucking Beard was talking about that. Yeah.
Well, it's not smart.
Given the amount of batteries that are going in the bin, how long is this going to be sustainable for?
That's man.
Well,
we haven't got an infinite supply.
Already, we're competing with fucking Tesla for our vape batteries.
So, do you know what I mean? How long can we sustain just constantly? Because at least with the Tesla cars, you can rest assured those batteries are going to get recycled. They're not going to end up in landfill like ours are.
They do. They do get recycled, yeah. But then again, Elon is making new batteries. He's already got it's a different. It's not like a lithium battery. It's something else. 80% more lifespan from the same battery.
Just dead quickly in the comments, Tobias has said, if you engrave the glass, some countries have to have a best before date. Yeah, you could print that on.
Oh yeah, a paper label. Just a paper label.
You'd read it. Brent, does it begin with G? I know you can't say the.
No.
Oh, I have no clue then.
I'll tell you afterwards in the Zoom.
All right, yeah. I won't say anything.
I can't scroll back on the comments, but have we got any? Can someone scroll back on the comments, see if there's anything?
I'm always, I'm very literate, as we know.
Tobias is in the chats. He says, but if you engrave it, that's
I'm in the middle of reading right now. Very literate, as we know, and have a lot to say always. Go have a look. Search TMB Notes on YouTube's and have a gander. That's Ian promoting himself. I still use pods for work or visiting my mum. Not the place to chuck huge clouds. Vaping already for 5 years. That's Jessica Jether. Smokers look for something portable and small, as we were covering the pods. How many old school vapors started their journey on e-cig-alike or Twisp? Twisp, I don't know.
Twisp,
but I was on the e-cig-alike.
Twisp. I started on a Twisp.
Oh, mate, they were horrible.
I started on I was driving somewhere and I found, remember the one that looked like a cigarette, and when you drew on it, it had the lighting ash?
Oh yeah, I had one of them.
I did a couple of those.
Yeah.
Weighed a ton.
And then maybe like a few months or a year later, a friend and I, there was a special on Twisp, and Twisp is basically like your blue, exactly the same as a blue.
Yeah. I can't remember.
So you buy one, get one free. So we split the cost, got one each, used that for like 3-4 months. It was fucking terrible. It was like 50 milligram nick that tasted like ass. And
I was on gold. That's what the flavor was back then. It was just tobacco, and it was the old silica wick. It wasn't cotton. It was
same story. And then I gave it up for maybe another year, and I was going to buy a packet of cigarettes. I was with my daughter. She was about a year old. We had a restaurant that had a kiddies play area, and she was mucking about there. I went across the driveway to get a packet of cigarettes, and there was a kid in the corner vaping, and he was blowing these jellyfish and whatever, and I was like, that's fucking cool. I want to learn how to do that. And I bought the whole kit, and like 3 months later, I started Bearded Viking. After a month, I didn't have cigarettes. I was looking around the house. My wife's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm looking for my cigarettes. She's like, you haven't bought cigarettes in 2 weeks. I'm like, really?
When you started Bearded Viking, like, you didn't go straight into accessories, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Like, oh, shit, okay.
It's supposed to be, it's here. That's the first drip tip I ever made. This is the one that started it.
Is that made of bamboo?
It's wood.
Yeah, it's just plain wood, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Not stabilized, not nothing, just a piece of wood. I had
what it is. Yeah.
The iJoy RDTA 5.
Yeah.
And it had like a little ring, like a proprietary tip. Remember in those days, everything had proprietary. And that thing fucked off in like the first couple of days. And I kept on going to the vape store I got it from, and I'm like, I need another tip. Yeah, you can get tips. I'm like, okay. 2 days later, like, have you got the tips yet? No. And after like 2 weeks, I was like, guys,
doing this myself.
Are you ordering this fucking tip for me or not? They're like, no, we're not going to order the tip. I'm like, but I kept on coming, asking you, can I get a tip? And they were like, yeah, you can get a tip, but they wouldn't tell me where. So I was like, fuck this. So I went home, and I mean, that thing was expensive for me in those days. It was probably like 12 packets of cigarettes for just the RDTA 5.
Yeah.
It was super expensive.
Yeah, but what's a pack of cigarettes where you were?
I don't know now, but back then I'm saying, yeah. I wasn't going to throw it away just because it was missing a tip. So I went into the workshop and I made this little tip. And then I was at that vape shop like the week later and I was vaping on it, and the owner was like, hey, I'll just talk to him, he'll make you one. So this guy walks up to me, he's like, hey, can you make me a tip for the RDTA 5? I'm like, no. Like after the third person asking me, and then like somehow, they had my number because you have to put your number in when you do a purchase.
Yeah.
So the owner phoned me and he's like, hey, these guys are asking for tips. Why aren't you making them tips? I'm like, I'm in construction, bro. I don't make tips.
I don't work for you. Why are you
like, what the hell are you talking about? So he was like, well, you better get cracking. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll make some. I made a couple, and then he was like, but can you make it in a different material? Obviously, wood is not.
I was going to say, how long before you got into the resin?
About a year.
Yeah, straight away. Like it was, like straight away. Like the wood was not going to work. I started turning blanks of plastic and HDPE.
I was going to say you wouldn't have gone straight into resin. You must have had other things along the way. It can't have gone wood to resin.
Wood to resin, bro.
Really?
In my brain, I knew what needed to be done.
Yeah.
And I was still turning on a lathe for a long time, and then I was like making my own blanks and turning my own blanks and trying to develop the resin, and it took me.
See, you didn't try other materials in between. You knew resin.
You know why? Because the lathe I had was such a small little shitty lathe that couldn't even turn aluminium. Otherwise, I would have gone that route. So it had to be.
I knew there had to be a reason that you.
It really worked, didn't it?
It had to be wood or something really cheap or really soft.
Soft, yeah, that worked for you. Julian has just said, "Oh, sorry guys, a few comments. I'm vaping almost 8 years now, and it really saved my life. And I did also start with pods until I discovered it as a hobby. Even though this is Adrian. Ian says we have ultrasonic cleaners over at TMB. Oh, stop promoting yourself, Ian. I'm not reading that.
You're halfway through. You might as well finish it. Come
on. It's gone past now. How do I get a custom Valhalla 40mm V2 cap made?
Oh, shit. I did see that. Whoever asked about the custom, just email Laura. So at the bottom of our website is like contact of our king.
Contact us, yeah.
That goes straight to Laura, and just contact her, and she will do all the necessaries to get your custom order made. We don't charge extra for a custom. It started a long time ago because funny to believe, you run out of ideas for colors. So I
do believe you've got free international shipping up to 500 grams on your orders at the moment on the Bearded Viking Customs.
And on Obey.
Yeah, boy.
There you go.
Yeah. So $100 US or equivalent currencies, Bearded Viking Customs or Obey Robot. And under 500 grams. If you go look on my Instagram or on Facebook, I did do a little breakdown, like how to manipulate the system for your best. Don't go buy 6 Addy stands because that's going to go over 500. You won't get free shipping. 2 Addy stands, an Abyss custom acrylic set. I think it was 5 acrylic windows, 10
4 sets of coils,
4 sets of coils.
I don't worry, I've got you. You could get 2 of the Skull Catty stands. You could get 4 PVC coils. You get 1 Abyss kit. You get 5 acrylic tank. You could get 10 drip tips. Packaging total comes to under 500 grams, 495 to your door. Postage done.
Free international delivery. Boom.
Jake, you're really working hard to make me feel bad that I didn't know you were alive tonight. You know that?
Hey, mate. Big middle finger for you.
Hey, Brent, I was just going to ask, actually, just as kind of like a cost comparison. So over here in the UK, if you were to go out and you were to buy a pint of beer, probably looking around about £6 for a pint in a pub, Jake?
6 what? For Jake? A pint?
For a pint. I don't know. It's been ages since I've been to the pub.
Oh, Jake? No, about under £4.
All right, so let's say £4, right?
When I was in the UK, a pint of beer, which was like a draft, was £5 to £7.
Yeah, well, okay, well, let's say a £5, and then to get a pack of cigarettes.
I go to like the locals.
I was going to say Jake and his establishments, but to get a packet of cigarettes, you're going to be looking at twice the price. See, in South Africa,
how much is it for a packet of cigarettes?
For a packet of cigarettes, you're talking £10, over £10 now.
Yeah, 10, like you pay more for a pack of ciggies than you would for a pint over here.
So for you, in your neck of the woods, how much would a pint be? How much would a pack of cigarettes be as a cost comparison?
Okay, so your packet of cigarettes is £10. That's 207 rand. You could buy 4 packets of cigarettes.
See,
so you're still in an area where it's going to be a massive upheaval from a cost comparison to people from cigarettes to vaping.
If we average a pint at £5, your pint is 103 rand. You'd probably get 3, maybe 4 drafts for the same money.
Yeah. So, John, we know where we're going on Ollie Bob's.
Oh, mate, no, I know. When as I say, last time when it was 2001 when I last saw my family, I was buying packets of cigarettes at 20p each, and I was like, oh my God, what's going on here?
2001 since you last saw your family. They're only up the fucking.
No, they all emigrated.
Dead, mate.
We're in a bit of shit.
I've got another crazy comparison for you.
Go on.
I like food. Although don't look at like I'm an athlete trapped in the body of a fat kid.
I know the feels. I know the feeling.
Fat kid trapped in the body of an athlete.
You're a couple of fat kids.
So
fuck you, John.
I like, and in South Africa we do a braai, which is your barbecue, like
the
experience.
But you do it big. Yeah.
So I go out, I buy a really nice steak. I put it onto my Valhalla group, the Patreon group. I'm like, this is what I'm cooking for dinner, just Laura and myself. I think it was like 750 grams, 800 gram T-bone. I barbecue that. We go into Zoom. One of the guys from the UK, Ninja, he's like, I'm also having steak tonight. I'm like, dude, like, I have steak for breakfast. Like, we eat meat all the time. He's like, it's a celebration. He's having steak tonight, like the 2 times a month.
Yeah.
He bought his steak was 275 grams, so literally 3 times smaller. He paid 3 times more than I paid.
Yeah,
love it. Julian just said, I bought a pint today for 20 rand. So
I'll tell you now.
I just say that's a pound over it. It's just under a pound over it.
That's in a pub, like.
Yeah, still under a quid.
It's
pint for a quid.
96 cents for you guys.
Yes, that's a quid. No, we're pennies and pounds.
A pint. Yeah, you ain't. No, to be honest, even if you went to the student
96 pennies.
That's it, pennies.
I thought penny was a denomination. A penny in America is 10 cents. But you don't call it 10 cents, you call it a penny.
Yeah, UK and America.
Yeah, but wait, remember, Brent, a penny is 1 penny, right? In America, like 1 penny isn't 1 penny. Yeah, well, yeah, it is. 1 penny is 1 penny.
That's a penny.
But I mean, America also, they're like, can I have a quarter?
And then,
well, let me just cut this coin up into pieces. There's a quarter of the coin.
What kind of currency works in 25 cents?
It's random.
Exactly.
Well, we can't be the same as anybody else. Well, everybody got 20
pennies, so
we're going to go 25.
That's a penny and 100 penny. Oh, is that a £1 coin?
There you go, £1 coin. Yeah,
that's what you're paying your pipe for.
I have a terrible habit, and I don't know if it's normal. I don't like cash. I card everything. The occasions that I love money, I have to use cash, physical money, paper money. I never take the change. The coins. I never take the coins.
Well, Brent, you'll know about this because inflation went a little bit crazy in Zim, like towards its kind of demise. The last time I was over there, we had the bank were offering us $80 to the pound. On the black market, we got $800 to the pound. And I gave my connection my English money, and they came back. And Jake, those big metal biscuit tins. It was a big metal biscuit tin full of notes.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with all this?
What?
Yeah, my brother and I went to Zimbabwe, and you have to obviously use black market to change your currency. And we went and we got a burger, chips, and a cool drink each. And we paid with a briefcase of paper money.
Mate, wasn't it? Didn't they have a $1 billion note?
Yeah.
Like fucking
but that's
drug
okay
dealers to buy your dinner.
Not everyone can count all the zeros, so they just chopped off one day. They just chopped off 6 zeros off their currency.
It's nuts, man. It was nuts. But it's probably cheaper to wipe your ass with money than it was with toilet paper.
That's insane.
Fucking insane. So Hatman, Mark Hartfield, has just said he collects the BV. I'm assuming that's Bruno Viking at his stands. And we do have some still in stock. We will be doing a restock with you, Bruno. Yeah, we do need to
didn't you guys have the 40mm Valhalla?
We've got the OG Valhalla, so 38.
Yeah, so we do need to do a restock. So Hatman, if the only thing putting you off ordering from Mr. Bruno himself is the import, me and John are looking at doing orders. If you want to do any pre-orders through us.
Hey, Jake, Brent's actually looking for a name for his new design. He's just come out with a new Atty design. He's been looking for a name for it. And I think you may have come up with it already.
I genuinely think, I know you're going to, call it Bruno. I genuinely think Gothic King or Gothic Viking.
Well,
it has a Gothic.
You didn't post it anywhere, so I would never know. It's normally when I do this, because we do like maybe 4 new Addy stands a year. 2020 and 21, we don't count those.
You've made more than 5. Fuck.
Dude,
how long have you been doing this?
See the way he just looked up there.
Ooh, didn't know we were live tonight, Bruno.
Oh, wait, sorry, Jake, I can't hear you. How do I mute somebody on Zoom?
You fucking
So,
go on.
This one has been, and only for one reason. Normally, I read through the comments of what names I should call the Addy stands and stuff like that, and I just pick one and I'm happy with it. But there's been so many good fucking comments on this one. That's the Addy stand. So
I like the idea of calling it the Gothic King because it has that Gothic sort of look to it. But the first comment, and you replied to it, Brent.
Yes.
You see.
Yes. Go on. Yeah. Burger.
Yeah.
Burger is great. It was awesome. And then somebody else came up with another one and another one. Also Norse mythology, getting like creative, these people. So I think we're going to do a poll. I think we'll do a poll and then put the top 10 names in there. Let the people just sort it out.
Yeah, no, definite. But I do like the Norse idea because it has that Nordic look to it, Gothic-y sort of old school. I really like that. Yeah.
This is the first one that I've done with an upturn as well. Normally, I try and make it as level as possible. But if you're concerned, it'll comfortably fit a 36mm, max like 37mm.
So it'll do the majority,
Yeah.
Yeah. I genuinely like the Nordic idea, but yeah, like you said, throw a pole up there.
Yeah, and it's full resin. It's resin that's high spots that have been sanded. It's not 3D print. It was 3D printed, but if you can see the grain on it.
Yeah.
Not really. I can't. My eyesight's dreadful.
Yeah.
Have you tried the resin 3D printing?
Yeah, we do 3D liquid printing. Yeah.
Yeah, where it raises it up. That looks.
Well, you do Atty stands out of resin as well now. Oh, okay. You're not living it down, mate. You're not living it down. How long have we known each other? You didn't know we're fucking live.
Don't let it go. Don't let it go.
Oh my god.
Legal things between 30 Rand 40 per pack. as low as 680. So what's that? 20, 30p. Jesus Christ, 30p for a pack of fags.
Hey, do you know what's weird? I just
Ian Mank, it must be like £2.40.
Yeah, it is a massive difference. Of all the people in the world, right?
And that's like Peter Stuyvesant, Marlboro, that you get cheaper cigarettes.
Of course, yeah. You can always get the ones which have been well, let's say just we don't know how they're made.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't believe that Mank's ex-wife was from Harare, and Harare's where my family were, and it's just like of all the way to connect with people.
Nah, you were wrong. You were wrong. I was right. 30p. It works out. Not £2. 30p.
No.
I know your conversion better than you, and you fucking live there.
I've got it on Google.
More importantly, how much are the flights? That's
50 rand.
where
50 rand for a packet of cigarettes. I'm averaging it. 50 rand for a packet of cigarettes. If you're looking for the cheapest shit cigarettes, it's 144.
Yeah, I was gonna say he put the illegal ones at 680.
But don't worry, I'll tell you now.
He'll do you a good price. It's not be promoting the cost of cigarettes, gentlemen.
I was going to say, let's move on.
In South Africa, you don't even have to buy the whole packet. You can just buy one. It's called a loose. You buy a loose, and a loose will set you back 14 pence.
In fact, that was your first job, wasn't it, Jake?
Getting loose.
Well,
selling individual cigarettes in the playground.
I've got to admit, I did sell cigarettes on the playground, because it was a good income. But I was an idiot. I was like this. I was like,
the profits.
What's so good about? Oh, it's horrible. Oh, I'll have another one. Oh, and then
these really aren't nice, are they? 20 a day later.
Yeah,
I hate them, but they've been strangely addictive.
Because I'm very hairy, I was able to get served, and before I knew it, I was a pack of 10 Super Kings a day.
I didn't see him come in, but Kurt Yeo is Vaping Saved My Life. The logo on the screen. He's like the biggest advocate for vaping in South Africa. He's an ex-vape store owner, and he's gone into the legal side of things. Kurt Yeo is a fucking legend. He's come up with 2 out of 3 packets of cigarettes sold in South Africa are illegal.
I can believe it.
But you know what the funny thing is? When you say when we were just talking about the cost of them, and for us over here, when you say how cheap they are for you, and then to find out that not even at that, there's 2 out of 3 are still illegally sold to make them even cheaper.
Yeah.
Like, how do you even get people to vape when they are that cheap?
It's a difficult game down here. I mean, what do you guys pay for a bottle of juice? Like a
short fill,
like 120 ml bottle.
5 to 20 quid. Depending on,
I would say you're probably averaging
5
around
to 20. How do you have a fucking range like that?
Because you've got not bathtub. Honestly, you see, when I was saying earlier on about the amount available, you've got just the mass-produced, over-promoted average stuff, and then you've got the really good stuff. And the really good stuff would command that would someone between £50 and £20 for 100 ml. The other ones would not, and you can buy them for as cheap as £5. It's like basically buying those cigarettes.
We had a company,
but for 120 ml bottle with nicotine in it, of a standard juice, average juice, not a house brand. Let's say that.
Yeah,
I would say we can't do with nicotine, but as
I would
an
say
example,
15 if you're going to buy with
so
as in you get it separate.
That genuine company. And you can pick those up for £8, and that's a 120 bottle, and it's free nick and free delivery.
How much is it? Sorry, Jake.
£8.
That's not bad at all. That's really good.
But on the flip side, we've got like your 6 licks where you'd be paying 20, or the guy Professor Green, who's a rapper, brought out his own range, and they're about 22 quid.
Our average 120 ml is 230 rand, so £11 for an average juice, like off the shelf, just really.
I would say our average is probably £10 or £11 as well, but
we don't have a sliding scale here. Like
Well, I was
if
gonna
it's,
say,
if it's
to put-
100 mil, it's 200 rand. If it's 120 mil, it's 230 rand. That's everyone across the
to
board.
put it in a comparison, it's the same as a pack of cigarettes.
Every brand is the same price.
Pretty
If only,
much.
man. If only. That would be
Mate,
bliss.
over here, I can't remember the name of it, but we had 60 mil short fills with Nick, £2. So you're talking £4 for 100 mil.
I wouldn't even vape it. I wouldn't even.
No, mate, it was nice. It was nice. That's the thing. Over here, we have so many up and comers that can do a nice juice that's a 6 or 7 out of 10.
You see, this is another whole show's debate, because if they're an up and comer,
Yeah,
one, they're not keeping to ISO 7 standards or even ISO 6. Okay,
they were made in the clean room.
For £2.
Yeah,
They were made in America. Freeman.
yeah, Freeman juice. Yeah,
See, when I was over, I looked into this, and the best place to have your juice made was Ireland.
yeah, probably for the imports and avoiding tax and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, because it would take a South African brand, manufactured in Ireland, sell it in the UK.
yeah. But the thing over here is there is so many pop-up companies that are using the bog standard concentrates, but getting the mix just right. That's enough for a vapor. I'll say inexperienced or new to vaping to go, oh, that's really strong and nice, and then they buy it in.
But anyway, just to touch back on where we were. So over here, for us to convert somebody from cigarettes into vaping, a pack of cigarettes is the equivalent price of 100 mil, including Nick.
Yeah,
Whereas for you, you're talking, they would get, what, 5 packs of cigarettes for the
4.
same price as 100 mil?
4 packs for 100 mil, or 120 mil.
But still saying that, over there, 100 mil would last you about a week, depending on how you go at it.
Yeah, but 4 packets of cigarettes would last you 2 weeks.
Yeah, but still,
or
you're
a
saving
month.
your life. So it's...
Yeah, but it is. I mean, that is a significant difference. You know, for us, 1 pack of cigarettes, that's if someone smokes 20 a day, that's 1 day's worth of cigarettes. And we're giving them 100 mil. Whereas for you guys, you say, yeah, you're up against the money side of things as well.
Yeah,
dollars.
It makes a shitload of sense to vape in the UK.
Yeah,
$28 is £22 for 120 mil. Yeah, that's pricey for an average price there, Jeremy.
So Georgia Boy says $28.
Yeah, which is about 22. I don't know the exact convergence, but I'd say 28 is about 22 quid.
Exactly. What value do you put on your own life? And that's the important thing is getting people to understand, okay, yeah, it is 4 packs of cigarettes for the same as 100 mil.
Holy shit, Jeremy. 28 US dollars is 430 South African rand.
What's that in UK? Because I can't figure it
I'll
in
tell
my
you
head.
now.
I want to say 22 to 24. I'll say 22. I'll stick at 22. I'm probably miles off.
$28 for a cost of one. And then what in Georgia there, what would then be your cost of a pack of cigarettes as well? So like what is the battle? What are you up against? Because in the UK we're up against 100 mil versus a pack of 20 cigarettes basically being the same price. In South Africa, you're going to get 4 packs for the same price as your 120 mil. So in Georgia, it's $28. How much is a packet of cigarettes?
Yeah, 28 US is 20.58 pounds.
Oh, so I was a little bit over. But yeah, so that's it's
the higher end juices.
Yeah. Right. Well, I need another pee. I'm literally just
I don't even see you drinking any whiskey. I mean,
mate,
you're slurring and stuff like that, but I think that
he's an absolute stealth bomber. Basically, like you won't see it, you'll just see him drinking Pepsi all evening and then just getting more and more drunk. And at no point will you see him actually pour himself a drink. It just happens.
Well, it's empty right now. I'm going for a pee. I'll be back in 3.
Now, I imagine, Mr. Brent, that you're going to have some Obey koozies and some Bearded Viking koozies available. Darn tooting.
This is a reject. Oh, look at you! Look at you. But this is silicone.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So it's got the Obey robot. Oh, that's Bogan logo.
That's like a marble effect.
Yeah, and that's the Obey there. But this it's supposed to be like a shocking pink and black, and it just came out really soft. So that's mine. And then Obey, today we made these. So that's the Bogan Patreon koozie.
Nice.
For the beer bottles, or the, you know,
bottles.
some of the cans are like thinner nowadays.
I know that, yeah, they keep messing about with all the different sizes.
Fucking irritating. But those fit in here. That's why we made these. And it's a neoprene sleeve.
Just went with the 330 to start with and see how they were. But no, I'm loving it. I'm going to get a better one. It started these have started to freaking peel at the top.
Yeah, ours don't do that.
Nah, it's annoying. I've got stitched ones. The next one's got stitching around the top, all nice and fancy. Yeah, exactly. See, great minds. But
oh, it's good fun. But yeah, it's we've gone over time, which is fine. I think when Jake gets back, we can shut it down. I know you guys need to get ready for your show.
We do. Yeah, it's well, we're probably in the rolling from one to the other.
What's up, Ohm Readers? One of my new sponsorships there. Ohm's Readers. How you doing? Guy makes. When last did you see guys doing like the tricks and the jellyfish and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he does that. So we decided to sponsor him. Does a good job. Glenn Watson, what's up, dude?
What time scale? What time of day is it in your neck of the woods? Are you 2 hours ahead at the minute? Or
yeah, 2 hours ahead. So it's just gone 20 past 9.
20 past 9. That's cool, man. That's cool.
I heard you were showing off some Obey robot gear. I missed it.
Koozies, man.
Oh, fair play.
Copied my idea, Jake. What can I say?
I know, yeah, copied. Shocking.
No, this is for a bottle. Yours is for a can.
Sip.
Mine for a can. My can one is silicone.
Yeah, but ours can take bottles too. You know what I mean?
This is the big can. This is the small can.
Yeah, but ours can take the small bottles and big.
You've
cans,
only got an inch, man. What are you talking about? A 4-inch can with an inch bottle. What?
There's a little bit of room for manoeuvre.
Bruno, reel it in, mate.
We've gone over time a little bit now. I want to let you guys have enough time to get ready for your show. I do appreciate you guys being here. It's been fun after struggling for a couple of weeks to get this going.
Yeah, well, that's John's. This is Ben John.
It's pandemic, right? The pandemic's thrown lots of things up in the air. So yeah, it's gone and affected us at the latter stages. But yeah, man, it's been an absolute pleasure to be on here with you.
I would say like 1 out of the 3 of us has never had COVID.
Listen, it's free, Jake. You've had it.
I had it back in 2019.
Exactly. Yeah, I got it before it was even trendy.
You're so trendy.
You know what I mean? I trendsetted the virus.
He was the fucker that started this shit.
I'm patient number 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Jake Wuhan vapes.
He went around sneezing over everybody. Before you know it, you got a worldwide pandemic.
Also, Bruno, I'll be chasing you for that snapback. And I will wear it on every live. And I will not let John.
Dude, it's so simple for me. Like, I'll throw in a free snap cap in your next order. There we go.
Beautiful. Well, there you go. I know a lot of you guys in the comments that are watching from VVS will be ordering from us because the Bearded Viking is doing some epic stuff. He's now started doing it in resin, apparently.
Yeah, it's new.
Yeah, he's got a YouTube or something called the Bearded
Not really
Bearded
sure,
Bruno Viking. Fuck you. Didn't even know we were live tonight. I mean, shock.
Yeah, I would love a red, that I can cut the sleeves off.
Mate, we can get you one sent out. Not a problem with your next VVS order.
I've tried thrice, but I'll be in Birmingham and I'm going to NEC.
Yes.
Shit, maybe we should have mentioned that in the beginning.
As I said, I won't be at the May one. I don't know, John, are you going to the expo?
End of May, 27, 28, 29, NEC, Birmingham. Booyah!
I'm gonna break all the bones in my body trying to get there. Yeah.
There you go. So you can at least see.
Well, I'll be in London. I'll be in London for like a week before and a week after, and then I'm gonna go across to Portugal for a bit. Yeah, NEC, yeah.
Well, maybe we'll arrange a...
Sam and I will be at the same stand together again, so...
Oh, not that prick. Oh, God.
Rocking the dove poo.
No, we're going to be at Big Five.
Okay.
I don't think Dove Po's going to be there this year. I'm not sure.
No.
Oh,
you see that? You see? Oh, they better not. They've been producing some of the best stuff. For them to just pack it all in for that shit. Fuck.
Oh, no.
And ladies and gents, we're out. Jake and Jon, thank you so much for being here, bro. Appreciate you guys. Love you lots. Hope to see you soon in May. That will be great. Otherwise, we'll chat on the socials. Jon, if you want to close out, and Jake afterwards, if you want to do a little, how's your father?
Yeah, thank you very much, Brent, for having us tonight, man. We are live UK time from 9 p.m.ish on the Bape Bape show. It'll be a pleasure to catch you over there. But for now, from me, #1 Job Jon.
So, yes, guys, catch us an hour and a half. VVS on Facebook, the Bape Bape show live on YouTube. And Bruno, it has been a pleasure.
Yeah, I would strongly suggest and urge everyone to go on VVS tonight, because the banker's halfway to drunk. So he's going to be throwing shit at you. He'll be good. Love you all. Yeah, the same story as everything. Thank you very much for being here. This has been the Thursday edition of the Triple T. We'll see you guys again on Tuesday night with a product review. I will be doing the Blotto 1.5 build and setup of that device. And on next Thursday, I've got Johnny Overkill mods on the channel. Yeah, so that's going to be fun. And
Mr. Moose Man.
Yeah, good night. God bless. Keep it